Member for Bramalea Gore Malton.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Government and Consumer Services. During the holiday season, many charities give out gift cards to help clients afford food and gifts for their families. Last week, we uncovered the outrageous practice of Money Mart they were using to take advantage of the most vulnerable people in Ontario by paying out 50 cents on the dollar for gift cards. While we are encouraged, in fact, that Money Mart has announced that they are suspending this program, how will the minister ensure that Money Mart doesn't resume this shameful practice once the spotlight is turned off?
That's right.
Minister of Government Services.
Thank you, Speaker, and I want to thank the member opposite for the question. And obviously, this practice, we believe, is impacting vulnerable consumers in Ontario, and that's why we sent enforcement folks from our ministry to Hamilton to investigate. We reached out to Money Mart immediately on hearing this information, and the program is now suspended, as the member has indicated. So I'm certainly pleased with that. And, Speaker, we have a strong record in our government of consumer protection and increasing and enhancing consumer protection measures for Ontarians, and we will continue to review this matter and ensure that regulations are put in place. We have proposed legislation coming in the spring following a very exhaustive consultation that has taken place this spring prior to the election, Speaker, and we would likely have more progress on that legislation had an election not been called, but we have some very good recommendations coming forward to enhance legislation to protect consumers on this issue.
Supplementary. Thank you,
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the minister has had 11 years. This government has 11 years to address this problem, and they have not addressed this problem. And Mr. Speaker, it's not just Money Mart that has this predatory practice. Since we brought this issue to your attention, we've learned that other payday loan companies are offering a similar program. For example, Cash Corner is offering a very similar gift program to vulnerable Ontarians in the Niagara region. New Democrats have long called for sweeping and wholesale reform to put the brakes on this predatory industry, and this government has done nothing. Will this government follow the example set by other provinces and finally commit to wholesale reform to regulate properly this predatory industry?
Minister.
Speaker, well, the member knows that the comments that he's making are not completely accurate because these are practices that evolve with these organizations as they continue to look for new ways to increase their financial betterment, and at the expense often of vulnerable consumers. So we need to make sure, and we need to be vigilant, that we are continuing to move forward with regulations and legislation that help to protect consumers in the province of Ontario. As soon as we became aware of this issue, Speaker, we acted. This process and this activity is now stopped in the province of Ontario. We have changes coming. I am not aware of any jurisdiction in North America where there are resale, where there's legislation or regulations that regulate the resale of gift cards in North America. However, we obviously want to take all steps that we can to protect consumers.